The reason I decided to make this move to Thailand was for two reasons. Number one, I've been through a very difficult work environment for the last several years. My fitness levels have been plummeting, and I also want to improve my mental fitness. So, this was a clear need for transforming both my body, my mind, and my nutrition so that I can sustain that for the next several years. And the second thing was to learn a lot of new techniques from the masters, from the experts, work with people from around the world, and make sure that I incorporate that into my daily routines over the next several decades. Before BeFitreat, I've had a number of trainers, friends that I've observed on Instagram and directly who've come to Bali, who've come to Thailand, and have done these very intense sessions. And I was intrigued and interested, and I got in touch with one of them, and they certainly mentioned that this was something that I had to do because it was going to be 2 weeks or 4 weeks of intense, focused exercise and workouts. And then when I went online and when I searched for the top workout regimes in Indonesia or Bali and in Thailand, BeFitreat was right there on top. Lots of good reviews, lots of great reviews. And then I said, listen, why not go with what Google says? And then I chose BeFitreat. And boy, I was absolutely delighted that I made that decision. Multiple things that made me nervous, things usually don't. But one thing is that I'm 53, and as I grow older, I always obviously observe what my body is talking to me, what its body is telling me. So I wanted to make sure that I had to tailor make the workout for my body type, my age, and what I really needed. And I wasn't sure that's something that I would get here. Second, I was going to be training with a number of people who were from age groups all the way from 30 all the way to 60. And I wasn't too sure what the intensity of the workout would be. So these were two things that made me nervous. But of course, coming to a very nice place like Phuket or Thailand obviously brought those temperatures down a little bit. So prior to coming to this retreat, I had all my blood levels, my blood pressure, my medications checked. So I had to make sure that that part of my health regime was put under control. And once I came here on the first day, we had a DEXA scan at one of the centers here. And the gentleman there clearly told me the focus areas, and there was very clearly body weight, the BMI, the kind of muscle mass that I had, and he gave me lots of tips. And then Coach Sam and Coach Helen then took those reports in and then told me what kind of a diet regime or exercise regime I would need to do. And that was the pre-workout. And I just did the post-workout DEXA scan this morning. I was absolutely amazed to see the results. You know, my neck circumference has actually gone down. Would you believe it? My chest, my measurements have actually gone up by 6 centimeters in 2 weeks. That's amazing. I've not lost body weight, so that's fine. I've kept my body weight constant, but my muscle levels have gone up and my body fat percentages have come down. And I've also really built a lot of mass on my upper thighs, and my waist and my subcutaneous fat have also come down. So I'm really pleased with what 2 weeks can do, but you got to see how I'm going to sustain this over the next several weeks and several months. Emotional, spiritual, mindset. One of the things that you observe the day one that you reach here is like there are thousands of people like myself who are on the same journey. Lots of people walking up and down, people with different body types, men, women, youngsters, old people. And then that already puts you into the mood of focusing on fitness. And that's really what it makes you sharp. It helps you stay focused. And the second thing is, in between workouts, you've got a lot of free time. And if you're not going back to work, or if you're not going back to something that you're waiting for, then this is a great time to really unwind, cool down, and take your mind down many notches. So mentally, I'm in a much better place than I was prior to joining here. But I really hope I could have done another 2 weeks, but that's for another year. So I think there are two or three groups of people who can benefit from BeFitreat the most. The first, if you're a youngster, okay, I really wish when I was 25, I learned all these things, what I learned when I was 53. So if you're somebody or you've got a child or a kid who is about 25, 20 to 25, send them here for a week or a couple of weeks because you will learn life basics. These are life hacks that will stay with you all your life. So learn these early. Second, if you're somebody who is fit but want to get fitter and want to learn a lot more technique, then this is a great place. So if you're somebody already in the fitness, if you're a coach, if you are somebody going to the gym regularly like myself, listen, this gives you a very, very all-round view of what fitness, mental, physical, your nutrition, that's great for you. And then, of course, if you're unfit, then listen, this is also a great place for you because you're going to learn things, and I promise you, in 2 or 4 weeks, what you learn here is absolutely going to transform you. So, listen, this is for everybody, but you got to really manage and really figure out what you have to get out of this program, and that's more important. Just don't come here trying to say, I'm going to do everything. You got to figure out what's important for you, and then Coach Sam, Coach Helen, they will tailor make their session for you. So all the very best.
Thank you so much.